Welcome to our 45th 2024 Bowman Draft Jumbo Break. This one took a long time to come to fruition, partially because, I don't know, like a week went by and I noticed that I never posted it up. I thought I had, so it was a little bit awkward there. We finally got there, and then a long time went by before it actually sold out, so we are a long time due for this break. Hey, Sherman. Rare appearance. Alright, so we do a number 46 up. I did make that happen this time, so it shouldn't be as big of a time gap. And I only have up to 49, so we're getting close to the end of Bowman Draft, at least that I have. There's number 46 in chat. And for today's break, we have Eric P. with the Orioles Yankees, Greg B. with the Red Sox, Justin W. with the Rays, Josh G. with the Jays, James B. with the White Sox, Mariners, Mets, Reds, Pirates and D-backs, Sherman with the Guardians, Francisco with the Tigers and the Padres, George with the Royals, Kurt with the Twins, Brian C. with the Astros, Michael C. with the Angels, Christian with the Cubs and the A's, John I. with the Rangers, Brian H. with the Braves and the Giants, Robert C. with the Marlins and Rockies, Eric D. with the Nats, Chris S. with the Brewers, Aaron R. with the Cardinals, Jonathan N. with the Dodgers, and nobody has the Phillies. And the reason nobody has the Phillies is because somebody put the Phillies on like 3 of my breaks in their cart, and when they put them in their cart, it shows them as sold on the posting, and they never apparently took those teams out of their cart. And I had another break actually sell out as well, even though the Phillies never were actually purchased. So that is kind of an annoying thing on eBay. But yeah, this break sold out technically, even though nobody had actually purchased the Phillies. So if somebody wants the Phillies for like, I don't know, like $10, they can have them. Or else they'll just end up to me. But yeah, I wish eBay site didn't do that. Got some extra penny sleeves here, so we're gonna run out soon. And we will get started here. Did that not cut? There we go. Most of the time, these last 3 packs here are the ones with our autos. Okay. 45th jumbo break here. I've yet to see an Elway. I've also yet to see a Bazana auto. 45 breaks deep. Alright, Braylon Morrell, Rangers, Denriche Valdez, Cubs, Roman Anthony, Red Sox, Sebastian Walcott, Rangers, Vladdy Guerrero, Mets, Byron Chourio, Twins, Rafael Schlesinger, first for the Guardians, Grant Shepardson, first for the Marlins, Dedmon De Los Santos, Twins, Gerald Perez, White Sox, Nick Mitchell, first for the Jays, James Tibbs, first for the Giants, Kalen Culpepper, first for the Twins, Chase Harlan, first for the Dodgers, Casey Cook, first for the Rangers, Jamie Ferrer, first for the Twins, Zach Earhart, first for the Red Sox, Randall Diaz, first for the Nats, Nick McLean, first for the White Sox, Blake Larson, first for the White Sox, Carter Holton, first for the Braves, Boston Bateman, first for the Padres. There's our paper. Alright, Chrome Tin Kents for the Cardinals, Yoelan Cespedes, Red Sox, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Orioles, Braylon Morrell, Rangers, Byron Chourio, Twins, Roman Anthony, Red Sox, a Sky Blue Chrome of White Sox Gerald Perez, that'll be for James, Plasma Walker Jenkins for the Twins, who's now in AAA, I believe. That'll be for Kurt. Refractor first. Carson DeMartini for the unknown Phillies. And then Tommy Troy for the Diamondbacks. 4th round, Carson DeMartini. A bit of a thing on there. See, that came off. There we go. Giovanni Rodriguez, Mets. Jose Perdomo, Braves. Nate Knowles, first for the Rays. Michael Messi, first for the Tigers. Jose DePaula, Dodgers. Brandon Sproat, Mets. Dalton Rushing, Dodgers. Joshua Lugo, Angels. Enrique Bradfield Jr., Orioles. Jeremy Rodriguez, Mets. Tink Hence, Cardinals. Theron Lorenzo, Tigers. Eli Serrano, first for the Mets. Aiden May, first for the Marlins. Blake Wright, first for the Rockies. Theo Gillen, first for the Rays. Connor Griffin, first for the Pirates. Ryan Waldschmidt, first for the D-backs. Cam Smith, first for the Cubs. Jack Caglione, first for the Royals. Cam Caminiti, first for the Braves. Ben Hess, first for the Yankees. And then there's our first round chrome of Braden Montgomery of the Red Sox. That'll be for Greg. First round Nick Kurtz for the A's for Christian. A little bit of a mark here. Otherwise it looks pretty decent. Dylan Drayling, first for the Rangers. That'll be for John. Brendan Neely, first for the Red Sox for Greg. Fenwick Trimble, first for the Marlins for Robert. Ty Suthasine, first for the Cubs for Christian. And Jaron DeBerry, first for the Brewers for Chris. In tune of Dylan Cruz for the Nationals for Eric. Refractor first Rodney Green for the A's for Christian. And refractor Miles Naylor, also of the A's, is a 4th rounder as well. This Carson DeMartini. Is that a thing on here? Yeah. Yohandy Morales, Nationals. Alexander Albertus, White Sox. Braden Taylor, Rays. Trey Morgan, Rays. McAble, Phillies. Aiden Miller, Phillies. Braylon Brassiban, Pirates. Paulino Santana, Rangers. Clark Candioti, first for the Padres. Ryan Harvey, first for the Yankees. Carter Johnson, first for the Marlins. Drew Beam, first for the Royals. Dakota Jordan, first for the Giants. Daniel Egan, first for the Diamondbacks. Josh Carone, first for the Mariners. Brandon Neely, first for the Red Sox. Tyson Lewis, first for the Reds. Billy Amick, first for the Twins. Cole Messina, first for the Rockies. Woody Hadeen, first for the Tigers. Eddie Reinders, first for the Pirates. And Carter Matheson, first for the Phillies. Chrome Chang'an Lin for the Reds. Emil Morales, Dodgers. Griffin Herring, first for the Yankees for Eric. Grant Shepardson, first for the Marlins for Robert. Rafe Schlesinger, first for the Guardians for Sherman. Gerald Perez, White Sox. Noble Meyer, Marlins. Lunar Glow, Juan Baez of the Brewers. That'll be for Chris. Refractor first Trey Snyder for the Mets for James, 5th rounder. And then Jim Rodriguez, also of the Mets. So back-to-back pairs of refractors that were from the same team. Tommy Troy, D-backs. Aiden Smith, Rays. Yandri Vargas, Dodgers. Ty Petey, Mariners. David Zio Santos, Marlins. Curly Martha, Rangers. Rainer Arias, Giants. Colt Emerson, Mariners. Sam Basallo, Orioles. Griff O'Farrell, first for the Orioles. Bryce Rayner, first for the Tigers. Hagen Smith, first for the White Sox. Mike Sirota, first for the Reds. Carson DeMartini, first for the Phils. Rodney Green, first for the A's. Travis Bazzana, first for the Guardians. Cash Mayfield, first for the Padres. Caleb Bowman, first for the White Sox. Cal Steven, first for the Jays. Josh Kuroda Grauer, first for the A's. Johnny King, first for the Jays. And a Sky Blue, John Spikerman of Phils. So, looks like I'm getting some Philly things today. 448 to 499. Spikerman is a third rounder. Alright, a Chrome Cooper Pratt for the Brewers. Tommy Troy, D-backs. Miles Naylor, A's. Jeremy Rodriguez, Mets. Rainer Arias, Giants. Rhett Lauder, Reds. And Aiden Miller, Phillies. In tune, Hagen Smith for the White Sox for James. Refractor first, Ethan Bagwell for the Braves for Brian. And Rhett Lauder of the Reds. Something there. Doesn't want to come off. Oh, I see Roman Anthony hit a home run off Paul Skeens today. Interesting. Vladimir Asensio, Red Sox. Dowell Joseph, Mariners. Leo DeVries, Padres. Jackson Wentworth, first for the Jays. LP Langevin, first for the Royals. Francisco Villarreal, Yankees. Eduardo Herrera, White Sox. Tanner Jones, first for the Royals. Tyson Neighbors, first for the Padres. Chandler Welch, first for the Brewers. Pablo Guerrero, Rangers. Max Clark, Tigers. Trey Snyder, first for the Mets. Cody Shojinaga, first for the Phils. Ethan Bagwell, first for the Braves. Casey Salk, first for the White Sox. Cole Mathis, first for the Cubs. Sam Antonacci, first for the White Sox. Eric Hernandez, first for the Braves. Nick Montgomery, first for the Braves. Ryan Sloan, first for the Mariners. Jacob Cozart, first for the Guardians. Alright, Chrome first. Bryce McCage of the Brewers for Chris. Josh Hartley, first for the Pirates for James. Kavarius Tears, first for the Padres for Francisco. Zach Earhart, first for the Red Sox for Greg. Errol Armas, first for the Cubs for Christian. Nick McLean, first for the White Sox for James. And a blue parallel White Sox. Eduardo Herrera, 42 of 150. It's our second parallel White Sox. Boom Draft Night, Jack Caglione for the Royals for George. A refractor first, Casey Salk for the White Sox for James. And Aiden Miller of the Phillies for nobody. There's another thing on the card. That's weird. Yeah, that came off. Salk was is he a fourth rounder? Get 3 fourth round refractors up here. Alright, we have Caden Dana, Angels. Brock Wilkin, Brewers. Walker Martin, Giants. Parker Smith, first for the Astros. Josiah Romeo, first for the A's. Harry Ford, Mariners. Earlin Cespedes, Red Sox. Jared Cerna, Marlins. Johnny Formello, Mariners. Camilo Diaz, Astros. Jared Thomas, first for the Rockies. Blake Burke, first for the Brewers. Braylon Payne, first for the Brewers. Chase Burns, first for the Reds. Gage Miller, first for the Marlins. Evan Luciano, first for the D-backs. J.D. Dix, first for the D-backs. Brady Montgomery, first for the Red Sox. Nick Kurtz, first for the A's. Dylan Drayling, first for the Rangers. R.L. Armas, first for the Cubs. And Fenwick Trimble, first for the Marlins. Come here, you guys. Alright, Eduardo Herrera, Chrome for the White Sox. Dell Joseph, Mariners. Fernando Cruz, Cubs. Chase Alsop, first for the O's for Eric. Michael Massey, first for the Tigers for Francisco. Bryce Eldridge, Giants. Josh Lugo, Angels. A plasma of Carson Bench for the New York Mets. That'll be for James. Refractor first, Cole Mathis for the Cubs. That'll be for Christian. He was a second rounder, 54th overall. And Eduardo Herrera for the White Sox for James. Is Cole Mathis in the majors now? I know. Oh no, it's Owen Casey. I'm getting confused with Owen Casey. Owen Casey's in the majors. Alright, we have Charlie Balinson, first for the Mariners. Jackson Kent, first for the Nats. Kyle Teal, Red Sox. Matt Shaw, Cubs. Luke Cashel, Twins. Brock Porter, Rangers. Miles Naylor, A's. Cooper Pratt, Brewers. Ryan Clifford, Mets. Rhett Lauder, Reds. Dante Nori, first for the Phils. Troy Yesevich, first for the Jays. Christian Moore, first for the Angels. Peyton Toole, first for the Red Sox. John Spikerman, first for the Phils. Nathan Flowling, first for the Rays. Seaver King, first for the Nats. Carson Bench, first for the Mets. Brody Breck, first for the Rockies. Bryce McCage, first for the Brewers. Josh Hartley, first for the Pirates. Kavir Steers, first for the Padres. And our Chrome, we have Aiden Smith, Tampa Bay Rays. Curly Martha, Rangers. Denriche Valdez, Cubs. Ryan Harvey, first for the Yanks for Eric. Luke Cashel for the Twins. Walker Jenkins for the Twins. A Sky Blue of Noble Meyer. Former first rounder for the Marlins for Robert. An action insert. Travis Bazana, Cleveland. That'll be for Sherman. Refractor first round Blake Burke for the Brewers for Chris. And refractor Denriche Valdez for the Cubs. That will be for Christian. Alright, Luis Baez, Astros. Zero Hope, Dodgers. Braylon Morrell, Rangers. Denriche Valdez, Cubs. Roman Anthony, Red Sox. Is that die cut Travis? Yes, it is. Travis Bazana. Sebastian Walcott, Rangers. Juan Baez, Brewers. Byron Churio, Twins. Rafael Schlesinger, first for the Guardians. Grant Shepardson, first for the Marlins. Dedman De Los Santos, Twins. Gerald Perez, White Sox. Nick Mitchell, first for the Jays. James Tibbs, first for the Giants. Kalen Culpepper, first for the Twins. Chase Harlan, first for the Dodgers. Casey Cook, first for the Rangers. Zach Earhart, first for the Red Sox. Randall Diaz, first for the Nats. Nick McLean, first for the White Sox. Blake Larson, first for the White Sox. And Carter Holton, first for the Braves. And our Chrome, we have a first rounder here at the top. Cam Caminiti for the Braves. He's been doing pretty well in the minors recently, from what I've seen on notifications. For Brian, Ben Hess, first rounder for the Yankees. For Eric, Tyson Lewis, second rounder for the Reds. For James, Billy Amick, first for the Twins. That'll be for Kurt. Cole Messina, first for the Rocks. For Robert, Woody Hadeen, first for the Tigers. For Francisco, Eddie Reinders, first for the Pirates. For James, and a plasma of Bryce Rayner, first rounder for the Tigers. For Francisco, refractive first rounder. The other Brewer, Braylon Payne. That'll be for Chris. And Chase Alsop, first for the O's for Eric. So we got both the refractor first round Brewers. Alright, one more pack left before our autos. We have Vladdy Guerrero, Mets. Giovanni Rodriguez, Mets. Jose Perdomo, Braves. Nate Nobles, first for the Rays. Michael Massey, first for the Tigers. Dalton Rushing, Dodgers. Joshua Lugo, Angels. Enrique Bradfield Jr., Orioles. Jeremy Rodriguez, Mets. Tim Kent, Cardinals. Jimmy Ferrer, first for the Twins. Eli Serrano, first for the Mets. Aiden May, first for the Marlins. Blake Wright, first for the Rockies. Theo Gillen, first for the Rays. Connor Griffin, first for the Pirates. Boston Bateman, first for the Padres. Ryan Waldschmidt, first for the D-backs. Cam Smith, first for the Cubs. Jack Caglio, first for the Royals. Cam Caminiti, first for the Braves. Ben Hess, first for the Yanks. For our Chrome, we have Pablo Guerrero, Rangers. Adolfo Sanchez, Reds. Charlie Balinson, first for the Mariners. For James, Cage Eel, first for the Yankees. For Eric, Ryan Clifford, Mets. Brock Wilken, Brewers. And a Pirates, Magenta, Lunar, Braylon Brazaban, 196 of 199. That'll be for James. That's a 199. In tune, Christian Moore for the Angels. That'll be for Michael. Refractor first rounder, Chase Burns for the Reds for James. And refractor first, Michael Messi for the Tigers. That'll be for Francisco. So very nice. Chase Burns. Alright, here's our auto packs. Jose De Paula, Dodgers. Brandon Sproat, Mets. Yohani Morales, Nats. Alexander Albertus, White Sox. Braden Taylor, Rays. Trey Morgan, Rays. Theron Lorenzo, Tigers. Aiden Miller, Phillies. Braylon Brazaban, Pirates. Paulino Santana, Rangers. Clark Candioti, first for the Padres. Ryan Harvey, first for the Yankees. Carter Johnson, first for the Marlins. Drew Beam, first for the Royals. Dakota Jordan, first for the Giants. Daniel Egan, first for the D-backs. Josh Carone, first for the Mariners. Tyson Lewis, first for the Reds. Billy Amick, first for the Twins. Cole Messina, first for the Rockies. Woody Dean, first for the Tigers. And then Eddie Reinders, first for the Pirates. Chrome, first Carter Matheson for the Phillies. Nate Dome, first for the New York Mets for James. Luke Holman, first for the Reds for James. Griffin Burkholder, first for the Phillies. Jonathan Santucci, first for the Mets for James. Colin Lindsey, first rounder for the Dodgers for Jonathan. Auto will be Bryce Cunningham of the New York Yankees. And he is a second rounder for the Yankees. That'll be for Eric. We have a Christian Moore Bowman Draft Night, Angels for Michael. Refractor first Gage Miller for the Marlins for Robert. And refractor Bryce Eldridge for the Giants for Brian. Third round, Gage Miller. We have Zach Veen, Rockies. George Lombard Jr., Yankees. Estrella Vargas, Rangers. Agustin Ramirez, Marlins. Luis Cunipa, Braves. Fallon Celestin, Mariners. Walker Jenkins, Twins. Emil Morales, Dodgers. Adolfo Sanchez, Reds. Chase Alsop, first for the O's. Connor Foley, first for the D-backs. Shang-An Lin, Reds. Ryan Campos, first for the Cardinals. Aaron Parker, first for the Jays. AJ Cossey, first for the Royals. Bryce Cunningham, first for the Yankees. Levy Sterling, first for the Pirates. Ty Suthasine, first for the Cubs. Geronda Berry, first for the Brewers. Ryan Johnson, first for the Angels. Titus Sissel, first for the D-backs. And Hunter Cranton, first for the Mariners. Our Crow, we have Blake Larson, first for the White Sox for James. Carter Holden, first for the Braves for Brian. Boston Bateman, first for the Padres for Francisco. Ryan Waldsmith, first rounder for the D-backs for James. Cam Smith, first rounder for the Cubs for Christian. And Jack Caglione, first rounder for the Royals for George. Autos, a refractor auto, it looks like, of Carter Johnson, 250 of 499. I think he's a second rounder for the Marlins. Let's find out. Yep, 56 overall pick. Carter Johnson. And that one will go to Robert C. Filling up the stands pretty good. Alright, in tune we have Seaver King of the Nationals for Eric. Refractor first. Second round pick Jared Thomas for the Rockies for Robert. And Dowell Joseph for the Mariners for James. Alright, our final pack, our final auto. Dylan Cruz, Nationals. Adriel Radney, D-backs Fernando Cruz, Cubs. Aiden Major, first for the Guardians. Gage Zeal, first for the Yankees. Bryce Eldridge, Giants. Griffin Herring, first for the Yankees. Brooks Alger, first for the Dodgers. Victor Hurtado, Nats. Ethan Salas, Padres. Noble Meyer, Marlins. Arjun Nimala, Jays. Brian Holiday, first for the Cardinals. Ethan Scheffelben, first for the Tigers. Ethan Anderson, first for the Orioles. Chris Cortez, first for the Angels. Braylon Doty, first for the Guardians. Nate Dome, first for the Mets. Luke Holman, first for the Reds. Griffin Burkholder, first for the Phils. Jonathan Santucci, first for the Mets. And Kellen Lindsey, first for the Dodgers. For our Chrome, we have Ryan Johnson, first for the Angels. That'll be for Michael. Titus Sissel, first for the D-backs for James. Hunter Cranton, first for the Mariners for James. First round Seaver King for the Nats for Eric. First round Carson Bench for the Mets for James. First round Brody Breck for the Rockies for Robert. And our auto is Johnny King of the Jays. Base auto. That'll be for Josh. We have Plasma, Paulino Santana for the Rangers, for John. Refractor first, Cody Shojinaga, the Phillies, for nobody. And then Refractor, Rainer Arias of the Giants, for Brian. Okay, so I can only put one of these up. I don't know, I'll put up Seaver King, I guess. I think he was a higher pick. They're pretty good at finding first rounders. Alright, let's see what we have here. So for autos, we have a refractor auto of Carter Johnson, second rounder for the Marlins. We have a base auto Bryce Cunningham for the New York Yankees, and a base auto of Johnny King for the Toronto Blue Jays. Number parallels, we have a blue of 150, Eduardo Herrera for the White Sox. A magenta lunar Braylon Brazoban of 199 for the Pirates. A sky blue of 499, John Spikerman for the Phillies. A lunar glow of Juan Baez for the Brewers. Sky blue Noble Meyer for the Marlins. Gerald Perez for the White Sox. For our refractors, we have Carson DeMartini for the Phils. Rodney Green for the A's. Casey Salk for the White Sox. Cole Mathis for the Cubs. Blake Burke and Braylon Payne for the Brewers, both first rounders. Chase Burns, first rounder for the Reds. Gage Miller for the Marlins. Jared Thomas for the Rockies. And for our base chrome of nice things, we have Carson Bench of the New York Mets. Nick Kurtz of the A's. Braden Montgomery, Red Sox. Tyson Lewis, Reds. Ben Hess, Yankees. Cam Caminiti, Braves. Kellen Lindsey, Dodgers. Griffin Burkholder, Phillies. Jack Caglione, Royals. Cam Smith of the Cubs. Ryan Walshman of the D-backs. And Seaver King of the Nats. So that'll be that for our 45th 24 Bowman Draft Jumbo Break. We'll get you guys the results later tonight. Ship it out on, I guess, Tuesday, because Monday post office is closed. And 46 is up for sale. Linked in chat. Check that out if interested. We got 46, 47, 48, 49, and then that's all I have for 24 Bowman Draft. It's been a good long run. Lots of good players in here. A lot of them in the majors already after a year. So, I will leave you guys to the rest of your night. Have a good holiday weekend, everybody, and I'll get you those results as soon as I have them. Have a good one. Peace.